So I won't be too long. We got another immigrant. This guy is from Colombia who wanted to lecture Black Americans on how criminal we are. Told y'all, these people from all over the world, even the people from cities, from countries and cities, far more violent than Black Americans. They come over here or they'll be in their home country and feel like they can lecture Black Americans on how criminal we are. Listen to this.
Not the rapey ass Catholics. Did you really?
I mean, we're gonna not gonna pretend that black people aren't raping around here,
No, we
right?
don't have a system of rape. No, we don't. We do not. Listen,
But you do have you
we,
do have a system
no,
of
no,
killing, though,
no, no,
right?
no.
And we do have a system of killing, though, right? First, he tried to say, hey, Black Americans, you rape. You're big on rape. I don't know where he's getting that from. I don't know where he's getting that from. Black Americans are not known for, I mean, we're talking about Black American men. We're not known for raping women. In this system of rape that they're talking about the Catholics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where you can go, not just the Catholics, you can go all across the world and you can find these little organizations, these little black market organizations where you can find extremely young partners. Can't do that in Black America. That's all they was talking about here. So let me fast forward to where this guy is trying to lecture us on crime. Hey, Black Americans, you guys commit the most crime in the United States. This is what he says. Listen to
Out
this.
behind closed doors. We, as foundational Black
Oh,
Americans, down so that we can make our point. Tell me about being involved in
To its moral wrongdoings. If you look at if you look at these black kids, they are involved in drugs, they are involved in crime, they are involved. They have I mean,
boy. Let me.
there you go. You look at Black American kids, they're involved in drugs and involved in crime. What people are not? And if you're going to lecture Black Americans, you should at least have a much lower rate of drug use, drug dealing, and crime in your home country. And even then, you really don't have the right to lecture anybody until you get your own house straight.
and not look at the faults of your own community. I think that the
Wait,
black
listen.
community wrong way. I think that it's very naive of you to criticize other communities in such a strong way, by the way, and not look at the faults of your own community. I think that the black community itself is very much responsible in great part to its moral wrongdoings. If you look at if you look at these black kids, they are involved in drugs, they are involved in crime, they are involved. They have I mean,
Boy, let me
Drugs and crime. This is a Colombian. You really can't make this up.
slow you down. I'm not going to have a Colombian tell me about being involved in drugs. You see how that sounds?
Just drugs, but crime. Now, rather than, I feel like they did a poor job at debunking these things that this guy was saying. One of the main things here, let me fast forward here.
My homeland is great. I'm up here in
Wait, wait.
homeland, and like y'all doing in my,
that's just objectively wrong, genuinely.
like y'all don't like.
And you keep muting me because you're
Yeah, can you hear me? Fuck.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Colombia is the only country on planet Earth outside of Peru. Peru and Colombia are the only two countries that can grow the coca leaf, which makes cocaine. So cocaine is strictly a South American Colombia import that imports to all the countries in the world. So yeah, this guy is fully lying. Also, Colombia is 30% black,
Hmm.
and those black people have been there for millennia. They
you
call them
are
natives.
you aware? I mean,
Well, I don't even know why he mentioned blacks in Colombia. It's just a lot of times when Tariq brings guests up, they really ruin the entire broadcast, and I stopped listening. It happens Almost every time. It's always some weak guest who says something that's just. Now this is a good point. The fact that the coca leaf is only grown in Colombia and one other country, but that's all you got to say. Wait a minute.
What is this? What is this argument? You're aware that within the United States, 56% of homicides are committed by the black people that are 13% of the population. Is that some sort of like why?
That argument right there, which is very popular on white supremacist forums and websites, it's probably the most popular narrative that black Americans commit 56% of homicide. And it's not 56, that's a lie. It's like 47. It's like 47%. That's a lie. I've looked it up. It's on one of my videos. I've already looked it up and shown it live. Black Americans commit some 47. It's between 42 and 47%. He's up here lying. But they'll say, well, blacks are only 13% of the population. Again, the failure to debunk this idea that we make up 13% of the population took away from Tariq's ammunition. I've never heard Tariq question the idea that black Americans make up 13% of this country, which is weird, seeing that he's a traveling man. It's weird. It's like you've never questioned this 13%. You never questioned that? I had somebody point out that small cities in the United States are all white. They say, yeah, 80 the small cities are all white, but that only make up like 15% of the United States population. About 85% of the US population lives in large cities, mid-sized to large cities. 85% of our population. So that leaves these small towns. That's only about 15% of the US population, and not all of those towns are white. Again, I've made a video on that as well. Also, like I said, we are not 13% of, I think only a fool would believe that. Extremely, I mean, when I hear people who co-sign with that, you're not that much of a researcher, in my opinion. Something's going on with your observation skills. I haven't even been to as many cities in the United States as Tariq has, and I've said, we're going to look at some numbers here. Let's look at some numbers here. No, wait a minute, because he said so. Listen to this.
This argument, you're aware that within the United States, 56% of homicides are committed by the black people that are 13% of the population. Is that some sort of like why are you confronting me with this sort of racist?
Not true.
With this
That is
sort of
not true.
racist. It is
Out of
it is a
10,000, listen, out of 10,000 homicides, 7,500 were committed by whites. Only 3,000 were committed by blacks. I don't know where you get that trope from. And that's from
yeah.
2023 or
Are you
2024.
aware? Are you aware that there's more than 3 times as many white people as there's black people in this country?
What's white?
You see, just like us, right on time. No, there is not. There is not 3 times more white people than there are black people in this country. That is a straight up and down lie. 85% of the United States population in mid-sized to large cities. Name the city where there's 3 times more white people. If y'all not 3 times more than black people in at least some large cities, then there's no way that could be true. And it's not true. Now he said, what's white? He's talking about how many people label themselves as white, but they're not really white. But even if they do, those people are still non-black. Now, you heard them mention homicide rate. So let's deal with They mention sheer number of homicides. Understand that. They made the argument based on the sheer number of homicides. So let's filter this by the sheer number of homicides. That's this column right here. You see, column says homicides. Click it. Now this is lowest to highest. Click it again. Now it's from highest to lowest. Where is the American city? First of all, and understand, this list only shows cities. And notice that there is a city in Colombia in the top, 15, right here. When you talk about highest numbers in the world, Colombia, right here. Exactly where that guy is from. And as you can see, there is not one American city on this list. Not one. This is not just for Colombians. This video is for all of you foreigners. Because a whole bunch of you be calling up, talking about Black American crime and criminality. Look at the cities. Look at the cities with the most homicides. Look at the top. South Africa, South Africa, South Africa. And we get South Africans calling up, trying to lecture us on criminality. You got Ecuador, Brazil, you get them too. Mexico, you get them too. Haiti, huh? You get them too, calling up, trying to lecture us on how criminal we are when y'all blowing us out the water. Are you kidding? When you're talking about sheer numbers, cities in the United States are at the bottom of the list. Look at that. Fix y'all's eyes. All of you. Fix your eye, fix your vision. Something wrong with y'all. Here, at the bottom of the list, is where you find cities in the United States. All the rest of them is y'all. Y'all meaning all you immigrants, you foreigners, you non-Americans. Y'all are more violent than us. I know y'all hate to accept that. Y'all are more violent than us. That's just what it is. You got San Juan, and look, San Juan, it's not majority Black American. You can't even count that city. Get New Orleans, Baltimore, Detroit, Memphis, and that's it. What's that, like 5 cities? Yeah. So it's not effective to have these little weak arguments. Just deal with the facts. You really don't have to deal with anything else. When these people come with these lectures on Black American criminality, just focus on the facts. And when you talk about the population of Black Americans, there's no way, only a fool would believe that we make up 13% of this country.